Our summer trading school is in session. Standing by with his lesson is Nick Santiago of In the Money Stocks. And Nick, we want to know what you've learned from your best trade and your worst trade. Let's talk worst first.
Well, the worst is best to start because that seems to what you learn from. You learn from your losers. And one of my biggest losers ever was actually a day trade. It was a company by the name of Qterra, and they made lasers for surgery and eye products and laser surgeries and things like that. And the stock, I was up on the trade by about a point or two. I can't remember exactly. And it just plunged on me on a news release that they lost a lawsuit. And the news came out around 12 o'clock in the afternoon. I remember I was by the water cooler, and one of my associates said, "Hey, Qterra is plunging on news." And I ran over to my computer, and I was down probably close to $30,000. And I exited the trade with a big loss. And I learned a big lesson that day. If you're a day trader, don't leave your computer ever. I probably still would have lost on the trade with the news, but I would have probably saved myself a few dollars on that loss as the stock did plunge. So don't ever take anything for granted in the market. These markets are filled with shark-infested waters, and you have to be very, very careful. So if you're a day trader, never, ever leave the computer because you just never know what can happen. And that was one of the most valuable lessons that I've ever learned. And now as a day trader, swing trader, and even as a longer-term investor, I rarely leave the computer. So I'm always monitoring my positions.
That is a great tip. What's your best trade of your career?
Well, one of the best trades I ever had, believe it or not, was a company by the name of Tyco. They were down on news. If you remember back in the day, there was a CEO by the name of Dennis Kozlowski, and he was out there throwing parties and spending a lot of money, and the company plunged on the back of that news. And I knew it was a good company. It was a good stock, and all I did was go to the charts. I looked at it, and I said, wow, this is probably one of the best buying opportunities. I remember snatching that thing up for, basically in the single digits, and the stock rebounded quite a bit, and that was one of the best trades I ever had, where the stock rebounded, I think it was, a couple 100%. So
a big winner. Thank you, Nick.
Thank you for having me.
Go to businessfirstam.com for where to see our show on TV.